Good afternoon, everybody. This is George DeBobby here at Maryville College's historic Boydson H. Baird Gymnasium. Today, it's an honor to have Coach Rodney Nelson with me, longtime basketball coach and advocate, teacher, economics teacher, just an all-around good guy. Glad to have you with me, Rodney.
Thanks for having me on, George. Appreciate it.
Well, let's start with what happened last night. Last night, Maryville beats the #1 team in the conference, North Carolina Wesleyan, 93-78. It was a second-half push where Maryville scores 54 points, shoots 64% in the second half, and put up a tenacious zone defense that confused the visiting North Carolina Wesleyan Bishops. That Maryville goes on to win 93-78. And in that game, it was the fourth consecutive game that Nick Clifton, the freshman, had more than 10 rebounds, and that is a big thing for Maryville since their main rebounder has been out all season.
Well, George, you go back, is Maryville on a 4 or 5 game winning streak?
Actually, in January, they are 6-2 and doing quite well, and they're on a 4-0 win streak, I believe.
And Nick Clifton has averaged 11 rebounds a game. As we were talking before we came on the air, solidifying the boards where the other team's getting fewer possessions and we're getting more possessions.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Explain what, the convert rebounds to more possessions.
Well, if you're getting out rebounded 5 or 6 rebounds a game, offensive or defensive end, the other team's getting more possessions. On the offensive end, they're getting another opportunity to score, and really one of the easiest three-point shots you can take is off a missed shot that gets kicked back out to you because there's usually no one on you. Then on the other end, if you're not getting O boards and they're getting defensive rebounds, you're in possession-wise, you're getting fewer possessions to score. And if you go over a course of a game and you have 10 fewer possessions against good teams, it's going to be hard to win a lot of those games on a consistent basis.
And yesterday they had a great rebounding day, and we want to talk about our sponsors real quick, our hometown sponsors that support this outstanding NCAA Division III athletic game. Is Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Our pregame segment, sponsored by Blunt Partnership. Their members help to provide opportunities for small businesses, corporate locations, manufacturing, technology, commercialization, easy for me to say, leisure travel, and corporate retreats. Their goal is to ensure our community continues to enjoy a robust economy and opportunities to live an unrivaled quality of life. Today's opponent, Brevard, out of North Carolina, and we know a little bit about Brevard. They first fielded a team, I guess they were a junior college. You played against them,
Played against them in the long ago age.
And they were entered the 4-year tenure at college into the NAIA, which is a kind of a smaller version of the NCAA. That was 1999, and that's back then. And then they became, in '99, a member of the Division II NCAA in 2008. School completed 1 year of NCAA Division III competition their first year, 2017 and 18. Rodney, what else do we know about these guys?
Well, on paper, and of course we know games aren't played on paper, but on paper it's a mismatch in just about every statistical category you can think of. You've got Brevard averages 17 turnovers a game and 11 assists. They're out-rebounded by their opponents. They average only 6.5 offensive rebounds. Their field goal percentage from 3 is 33%, overall 45%, 65% from free throws. So on paper, you look at their last 10 games, they're 1-9, average margin of loss 22.6. However, as Coach Lambert mentioned, big win last night. You've mentioned it. You knock off #1, and now you got the follow-up game. Anything can happen, as we know, George, in those follow-up games after a big win.
Yeah, and Randy was worried about that. Talked to him extensively after the game, and he was worried about his team after kind of in the doldrums the week before. They went on a road trip, a couple of losses. They didn't like that, and they've come back since then and won 4 consecutive games. And now we'll see what happens today against Brevard. Let's do our national anthem.
Yes.
With the presentation of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Brevard College.
And welcome back, everybody. We get ready for this game. Starting lineups.
Sophomore from Gastonia, North Carolina, number 2, Damari.
Starting lineup number 2 is Damari Hopper. He's a 6-foot-tall, 160-pounder from Gastonia, North Carolina. Averages about 29 minutes and 8.4 points per game. Number 3, Kadafi Turner, 5'9", 170 from Wilmington, North Carolina. 9.5 points a game, 29 minutes he'll play. Who was that last one? Didn't quite get it. Number 12, Cavell Kingsbury. He's a senior, 6'2", 165-pounder from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And he's about 18 minutes a game, 3 points. Also, Levi Lamb. He's a 6'4", 160-pounder from Atlanta. He's a junior.
He's their leading scorer.
Okay, thank you, Rodney. 17 points a game, 31 minutes. And I did miss one person. The third one down. Connor Lamb. Miss Connor Lamb. He's going to start in the forward position, 6'4", 190 from Marion, North Carolina. And the Fighting Scots will start with number 10. Let's get the right.
You got Mr. Hoppe in there. You got Calvin Songster. We got 22, Nick Clifton.
Keep going.
And number 30, Emir Bowman. And as we were talking earlier about Nick Clifton, who was really a single-digit minute man until about 6 games ago. And then Coach Lambert said, we're just really getting hurt on the rebound side. He was able to move Hoppe back to more of his natural 3 position. And now the rebounding's taken off. And it's one of those small elements that really doesn't have anything to do with making shots so much, but the other team doesn't get him as many opportunities. We get more, and we're taking advantage of it. I mean, put up 90-something points on the number 1 team in the conference. That's a big scoring output, 52 in the second half.
Well, here we go. Tip-off, Brevard in white, Maryville in the black jerseys. Tip-off goes to Maryville. It'll be taken down the court by Estes. Man-to-man defense by the Brevard Tornadoes. Songster for Maryville with the ball, looking for an opening. Little high pick, and we'll go down the other side. Nick Clifton in there at 22. Back outside, 5 seconds on the clock. Kicks it outside. Clifton, 12-footer, no good. Rebound comes to Maryville. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Maryville. It's Hoppe, has the ball back from behind. Tip in, no good. Rebound comes down to Brevard's Levi Lamb. Brevard with the ball. Maryville in a man-to-man. Lamb with the ball. Little back door, blocked by Clifton. Quickly, Maryville up the other side. Go into the post and then back out. Good defense there by Jacob Bergen. No score yet. 1 minute, 15 seconds gone. Brevard in white, Maryville in black as Brevard comes down the court.
Brevard's in a spread offense. Nice
three-pointer
by
there
Lamb.
By Lamb.
They have no single low post or high post offense. They're going to look to spread the floor, a lot like Vanderbilt did against UT the other night.
Still back into it. We got a foul. That's Gaddafi Turner, his first. Non-shooting foul. 3-0. Brevard over Maryville. Playing that zone defense right now.
Georgia really, they're getting after us. They're switching all screens, so this man kind of looks like a zone at times.
Shot blocked at the basket. Rebound comes down to Hopper. Hopper up the right side, make that Turner. And the ball taken away by Emir Bowman of Maryville. Nice
defensive deny by Bowman. Nice fit. You know, that's a turnover, but it's not as bad a turnover as it looked. It just Clifton sealed in as the pass was made. He couldn't reach it. Would have been a layup if he could have met the ball.
Proverbial ball went right, he went left. Hooper making Hopper. Bergen. Outside, shot to Pankey. He'll take the shot, no good. Second rebound by Nick Clifton of Maryville. Hopper with the ball now for Maryville, 3-0. Brevard over Maryville. Little feed inside, we got a whistle.
They're switching everything. At that time, we had our songster in the corner being guarded by their power post.
Foul on Hopper, his first. 17:06 left to go in this first period. 3-0 your score. And Hopper picks up the errant ball. Little 5-footer, good, and it's 3-2. Good pickup by Maryville. Pankey comes down the left side. Get it to Kingsbury. Long range three, good by Levi Lamb.
Mr. Lamb knows who's supposed to shoot the ball.
6-2 your score. Maryville down by 4. Hopper down low. And a good steal there by Hopper. And Maryville steals it right back. Songster in the corner. Came off a big night last night. Little fadeaway jump shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Pankey. 16-10 left to go in this first period. Maryville down 6-2 to Brevard. Maryville stone cold. They haven't really got many good shots.
Well, they had a nice run where they had 3 consecutive offensive boards and came away with 0 points.
Pass to Bergen, then taken away by Maryville.
There's one of those turnovers. That's 4.
And
nice,
Clifton,
there it is.
There's that pass you were talking about.
That was a nice seal, and it threw to his offhand. Because they're going to deny, their short guards are denying whenever they switch on a post, so it's there.
6-4 at the 15:30 mark. Brevard over Maryville. Bergen getting the ball to Hoppa. Hopper passes, and it's Hoppa. Going to take it the other way, and he'll be fouled. And that foul is by Levi Lamb. We'll get a timeout here, a media timeout. And we want to remember, folks, that coming up, it's Coach Randy Lambert Day, so to speak. And that's going to be on February 9th, Saturday. We celebrate Coach Randy Lambert's legacy here at Maryville and off the court. Tip-off is at 2 o'clock, and we'll play Huntington that day. The festivities will start before the game. If you need more information, you can go to www.mcscotts.com. That's www.mcscotts.com. You'll get some event timing there. 6-4, Rodney, 15:21 left to go, first period.
Well, I'd say Coach Lambert's probably a little concerned about the slow start, maybe a little hangover from the nice second half. They're doing a good job of defensively, making us take more guarded shots. That if we're patient with the ball, I think eventually we're going to get it inside. I don't care who posts up.
Yeah, I think patience is the key right here. Going to the line will be Hoppa. Go ahead.
And I'd like to see, he's not in at the moment, but I'd like to see Songster pull one of those 23 or 24-foot threes in rhythm when the ball reverses.
Shot by Hoppa, no good.
That can really break things loose when you get a three, and he is very capable, of course, of knocking that shot.
6-5, Maryville down by 1 at the 15:21 mark.
It's a little Princeton-style offense here.
A little backdoor. And good defense by Hoppa there to deny Hopper. Go inside to Amir Bowman. Bowman with a good move there, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Counter Lamb. Slowly up the court comes Pankey. 14:35 left to go. That's Lamb with the ball. Back to Lamb. And missing the shot was Pankey, and Maryville pushes it up. They got numbers. Three-pointer by Maryville, no good. Rebound comes down to Maryville's Brooks. Brooks wearing the protective concussion headgear. Three-pointer by Rodriguez, by Manny Garcia.
Excellent.
That's why they put him in there.
So it wasn't Songster that took that one.
No.
But we had a guy step and be ready to shoot the three in rhythm.
8-6 Maryville at the 13:45 mark. Amir Bowman with the steal. And the layup, no good. And the putback, good by Emmanuel Garcia. Good hustle by Garcia.
Yes. Way to follow up what looks like was going to be an easy breakaway. And Garcia just ran the floor, picked up the garbage.
Lamb with the ball. And a little back door, tries to get it to Pankey on the no-look pass. He should have looked.
Well, they've got 7 turnovers, and we're not even 7 minutes in. And I think that, our defensive pressure will continue to bother them from what I can see.
Well, it's getting a little better.
When you run that high post, Princeton, you've got to be really good passers to take advantage of the overplay, and so far they haven't completed those.
And Manny Garcia takes another one, no good. Rebound comes down to Lamb of Brevard. Turner with the ball. And a three-pointer, good. And we get a quick timeout. Three-pointer by Lamb.
Cannon Lamb, who is a freshman, fourth leading scorer on the team, also tied for the team lead in rebounds per game. Obviously, ready to shoot. He had no hesitation on that. And, you know, for Brevard to stay in the game, they've got to play that way, a little more loose.
Yep. Bless you.
On their three-pointers. I mean, I like the fact that Levi Lamb looked to shoot early. And for that offense to work, you've got to get the defense further out on the floor so your backdoor cuts are more open. And that is their strategy.
Maryville shooting just 4 of 15 or 26% right now. And Brevard 2 of 6 for 33%. Two of those two from the floor.
They've had two
3-pointers.
Yeah.
Maryville getting the ball inside to Gaines Perry, but can't handle the pass. Driving the basket and losing the ball is J.R. Sanders.
Yeah, tough luck. He had a nice move.
Griswold going in. Griswood, excuse me. Be wearing number 23. Comes over here to Wilson. Wilson breaking to the basket and picked up by Lamb. Another three-point shot, no good. Songster with a good rebound. 12:07 left to go, 10-9. Brevard over Maryville. Griswood with the ball. Sanders for Maryville with 12 on the shot clock. 1:45, make it 11:45 on the game clock.
Good
and
move.
we get a foul probably on 25. And Pankey. We'll get another media timeout here, Rodney, and we'll do a quick thing right now. For over 25 years, the Coaches versus Cancer program, in collaboration with the National Association of Basketball Coaches, they've united coaches and fans nationwide to help the American Cancer Society defeat cancer. With your passion and dedicated support, the impact has been felt in communities all over the country. Through fundraising and educational initiatives, the Coaches versus Cancer program has supported the American Cancer Society in improving and saving lives from cancer in the U.S. and worldwide. The fight isn't over. We need you on our team. If you're here, you can make a donation at the door. If not, please go on the internet and go to the American Cancer Society website and make a donation. Rod, 10-9, slow.
Slow start. We've gotten some good looks. I just think it's a little bit of the second half hangover when you put up 50 plus. And that's what I get back to.
The night before.
Yes, the night before. The rhythm shooting by your three-point guys, that will stretch the defense. That's what I'm hoping Songster looks to pop one of these.
20 seconds on the shot clock. Maryville inbounds the ball. Estes.
There it is.
Songster with a good move. And we're going to have a foul on
Had a walk.
number 3.
He had a turnover, walk by Songster. I wish he'd have pulled that three. He was really moving into it. And
10-9, 11:30 left to go in this first half. Brevard over Maryville. Lee with the ball, and he'll get it to Turner. Back to Lamb. Backdoor feed, that's your Princeton.
Yeah, see there you had good spacing, penetrate middle by the post.
Foul's going to be on
Lamb.
Griswood.
And he made a nice bounce feed to Noah Lay.
He's going in. He's 58% free throw shooter. He didn't hit the rim.
It was all net.
Did it go through the best?
It hit the bottom. It was a little short. You know, free throw shooting, if you watch his technique, you know, you got to come all the way up on your toes, get a full body motion on the free throw. He kind of catapulted that one. Let's hope he does a little better on this one.
Just a freshman. He'll miss that one, and rebound by Nick Clifton of Maryville.
Another rebound for our double-digit guy.
Has he got 4 or 5?
We'll find out.
Here, I've got it right here. Give me a second. Songster with that 3-point shot, no good. Tipped away by Clifton. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Brevard. 10:50 left to go. I've got Clifton with, just says 2. I think he's had more than that.
Yeah, all right, another turnover.
Into traffic. Hopper leaves the ball. Clifton picks it up, and Maryville comes down the court. And what a move into the basket.
Yeah, he got
no call.
Yeah.
Maryville wanted to foul.
Nice hustle.
Good job by
Amir Bowman with the nice offensive rebound. Second effort.
Brooks to Songster.
That's got to be yes, it's a foul.
You could call a couple of fouls.
Well, you know, earlier I was talking about Songster looking for the 3, and he did a jab fake 3. It was a good shot, but I just like to see him get that 3 where he's moving, coming forward towards the goal, where all of his momentum's moving towards the basket or coming off a screen. That sort of rhythm you get, and then work into the jab step 3.
10:07 left to go. Maryville down 10-9.
Well, there you go.
Clifton with the little finger roll, no good. Defense Lamb. Maryville up 10-9, excuse me. 10 minutes left to go. Turner gets the ball to Lamb. Lamb with the 3-pointer.
That's his second one. And you got to make them put it on the floor. I mean, that guy's probably not going to take it to the basket. You just can't let him shoot unmolested 3. There it is. Give it to him inside. Too late. Little late.
Songster to Hoppa. Back to Songster. Songster steps on the sideline.
Maryville just a little bit out of sync.
We'll get a timeout. That's going to be a media timeout. There's a 30-second.
I want to give a shout out since we were talking
Go right ahead, buddy.
about post feeding. And I had a man I played with here, Big Rich Suttle, on the Maryville College Wall of Fame. He was all ODAC. He was all Southern Region NCAA Division III All-American. And my teammate for 2 years. And he did a great job. He was 6'7". And he did a great job of sealing guys. So for me, he was an assist-making machine for me. He sealed, you threw to his offhand, he swept right into a hook. And we're sealing pretty well, but we're late delivering the ball. And right now I think our advantage is inside, but we've got to deliver that ball more quickly, and that will break their defense down a little bit more.
Maryville back with their starters with 9:29 left to go in this first half. Maryville down by 2, and Brevard has the ball. It's 12-10. Brevard's Turner with the ball. Go inside, knocked away by Amir Bowman. Tried to get the ball to Lamb. Lamb's 2 for 2, and he's got 6 points.
Both Lambs have accounted for all their points.
Top of the key. Levi Lamb. And good move by Connor Lamb.
He's tough. He's now nice. Good push. Good push up. Ran the floor. Hoppa's going to the line for 2. George, it's something we need. We need to keep pushing the pace. We got caught in a little switch down there with Cannon Lamb on one of our guards, and he did take advantage of that.
Hoppa, pretty good free throw shooter, 74%. 14-11. 9 minutes left to go. First half, Maryville down by 3. Second one in by Hoppa. 5 points. 2-point deficit for Maryville, 14-12. Up comes Turner. And Maryville knocks the ball away, but picked up by Lay.
Nice pass.
And another shot by Cannon Lamb.
Cannon Lamb with the assist.
Oh, I thought he shot it. I'm sorry.
He's got a good feel for their offense. There's that switch.
Estes in the lane, back out. Around the horn, back to Estes.
Nice.
Hoppe misses the ball.
What a slip. Oh, good feed. Everything was done but make the shot.
Turner with the ball. Get it over to Wilson and then back to Cannon Lamb.
Yeah.
And he'll also commit the travel.
George, that was on our end, that was a great example of motion offense where you set the screen and slip wide open. Now, I know we missed it, but let's keep that movement, that north-south cutting action against this switching defense.
Estes with the ball.
There it is.
No good. Rebound, Cannon Lamb. One and done. 7:50 left to go.
We're as cold as the temperatures were yesterday. It's good to be only 4 down.
How cold are we? 4 of 19. Tried to go that back door. They'll get it down low to Wilson. Wilson in the paint. Back out to Turner. 3-point shot. And we're going to get a foul on, I believe, Joshua Wilson.
We're in the 1-1. Entering the game is Dentarius Bray.
We'll take a timeout. Don't forget, folks, Saturday, February 9th, we celebrate Coach Randy Lambert's legacy on and off the basketball court. The tip-off is at 2 o'clock against Huntington. Festivities begin before the game. For more information, go to www.mcscotts.com. Also, we've got a bunch of sponsors to talk about and their blunt partnership, gotees.com, Cookout, the Kant Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. So right now, Rodney, looks like we're shooting 4 of 19.
We're on that hot 20% from the field. That's why the free throws are going to be very important. We definitely are off in terms of shooting the basketball, not just the perimeter shot, but we've missed a lot of shots in the paint. I mean, we opened the possession with 3 offensive rebounds and every putback was missed. So we've got to knock that lid off.
I thought we've shot more than 2 free throws up to this point. Wait for the stats to catch up, and here they go. Manny Garcia with that shot, good. Makes it a 3-point deficit. Maryville down 16-13. Garcia played his high school ball in Miami, gets the second one.
Well, that's 4 because Hoppa's hit 2 and Garcia's hit 2.
Yeah, I think we're 4 or 5.
Yeah, we had an M1 opportunity that was a miss.
Wilson with the ball.
Bergen back in the game. Strong young man. Levi Lamb. Man, he's good.
6'4" junior from Atlanta. Estes to Garcia, back to Hoppe. Maryville just not getting any movement going. Long 3-pointer by Garcia, no good. Rebound comes down to Lamb. Get a whistle.
Foul by Lamb. I'm sorry, foul by Garcia on Lamb. It'll be their ball side out.
Non-shooting foul.
I think Coach is going to address the fact we need more north-south cutting, set a screen and slip, set a screen and slip, because they're switching everything.
Levi Lamb gets it to Bergen. Back to Wilson. Wilson stuck.
Nice.
And a ball is on the ground. We get a reach-in foul probably by
Bergen.
Levi Lamb.
Or is it Levi Lamb? Yeah, 22
No,
Bergen. Nice, Omar with a nice little deflection. And once again, another chance to add at the line, which we need.
Griswold going in, Griswood. Yeah, we still haven't updated the stats here on my side, so. Amir Bowman, 79% free throw shooter. He'll miss that one. The rebound comes down into the hands of Noah Lay. 6 minutes left to go. Maryville down by 4 to Brevard, 18-14. Ball to Lay and then back to Bergen, out to Lamb. And we've got.
Thank goodness. Lamb was going to bury his third three.
They've called an illegal screen. You want to give me a quick definition?
Well, he
moving.
was still moving as our defender was trying to guard his offensive player Lamb. You got to be set.
Right, you can make a guy go around you, but you can't shadow him.
You can't
Demetrius
run
Gray.
a blocking play.
But
Which
that's
is
well said.
pretty much what happened.
Steve gets the ball to Garcia, back to Estes. He'll penetrate in the corner to Antarius Bray for three. No good. Tipped away.
save.
Maryville.
Yes.
And a putback by Griswood.
Antarius Bray with the foot rebound on the offensive end.
18-16.
Kind of deflected that ball up.
5:20 left to go. First half. Connor Lamb with a head fake and then back out to Lay. That's Turner. Little floater, no good, and no call under the basket. Picked up by Maryville's Estes. Garcia to Bray. Bray going to go to the basket. Off the backboard, tipped away, no good. Rebound comes down to Turner. We got a whistle.
Man, that was a nice move by Bray. He tried to do the right thing, use the backboard. He just got
Did
it
the
off
ball
the
go
wrong
out of
way.
bounds?
No, he had an injury timeout.
Oh, okay.
The new rule is you don't keep playing. Once the ball's secured, they're going to stop the play.
That's Noah Lay. Seems that a knee or an ankle. Won't speculate. 4:54 left to go first half. It's Brevard 18, Maryville 16.
And for Brevard, looks like he did he get hit in the face.
We've got plenty of help. Thank goodness. For over 25 years, the Coaches versus Cancer program, in collaboration with the National Association of Basketball Coaches, has united coaches and fans nationwide to help the American Cancer Society defeat our common enemy, which is cancer. With your passion and dedicated support, the impact has been felt in communities around the world. Through funding and education initiatives, the Coaches versus Cancer program has supported the American Cancer Society, improving and saving lives in the U.S. and worldwide. The fight isn't over yet. We need you on the team. Make a donation today. You can go to the American Cancer Society website, or if you're here, you can donate at the door. As Lay gets up to a nice hand by
George,
nice crowd.
The cancer day all across the country, coaches wearing tennis shoes. And it's also connected to the Jimmy Valvano Foundation to bring extra emphasis on the fight to cancer. And all the coaches wear tennis shoes. And tomorrow on the women's side, it'll be a pink out and all the women's games around the country.
Well, it's a great and worthy cause. Brevard will have the ball, and they'll come out of bounds. Long court, 18-16, Brevard in the lead. Hopper, make that Turner. Get the ball to Levi Lamb. Wilson. Connor Lamb.
There
Little
it
back
is.
door. That's that.
I tell you, Cannon, he's their best passer on the cutters, without a doubt.
2016 at the 4:20 mark. Maryville down by 4 here at home.
He knows how to dribble to that elbow and go under the defense to feed. And in a game like this, really good passes are going to be a key to creating the easiest possible shots.
Songster with a 12-footer, good from the elbow.
Nice little follow away by Songster. Get that lid off.
4 minutes left to go. 2018, Brevard over Maryville. Wilson to Levi Lamb in the paint. And the shot's going to be short. Rebound comes down to Joshua Brooks.
Good defense by Brooks.
Brooks going to go to the line, loses the ball, and goes out of bounds off Brevard.
Well, Brooks did a good job of cutting off Lamb. Lamb likes that spin move, made him take a fall-away jumper.
Got a timeout.
And then he got his hand up. You know, so many times, George, these guys are in the area defensively, and they make a half-hearted effort at getting their hands up on the shot. Go hard, one hand up, towards the shooting arm. A lot of guys will pull the string, pull their hand back, and not finish their shot. So you were here last night watching the
North Carolina Wesleyan.
great second half offensive and defensive display. Do you sense a bit of a hangover here?
Yeah, absolutely. And I can tell, the thing that's telling to me is Songster not taking many shots. He's got to shoot. He's your big gun.
Yeah, and he's had some space. I've counted at least 3 threes in rhythm as he was moving into a pass that he could have taken. Now maybe he's not wanting to take the shot that early in the shot clock, but shooters got to shoot.
When you were coaching, and you still do, but were you a big advocate of making all the passes before you shot, or if you're open, do you just shoot?
Well, in general, if we were in transition, we were a 2 to 3 pass offense. We were looking for the first best shot. But when we ran setup, we wanted to try to get ball reversal at least once. And I think we like to go inside out. So Coach Lambert and I share some common philosophies on that. Nice drive.
Songster with the layup, no good. He hits the deck.
He tried to get all the way to the backboard, and I just wish he'd have floated that one in the middle of the lane. Nice steal.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul on Connor Lamb.
You know what I'm talking about? Songster made the nice move. He had the ball straight over the rim from about 4 feet, and he pumped it and went all the way to the other side, and the guy from his offside blocked the shot, tipped it. You know, George, sometimes it's better to take the open 5-footer than the slightly guarded 1-footer.
Shot up and no good. Maryville down by 2 with 3:10 left to go, 20-18. Probably the lowest output I've seen Maryville this year after scoring 54 points in a half last night. So definitely maybe a little bit of a lag.
And there's also no doubt that all teams run into this. They know who they're playing the next game, and that can play a role too. You beat a top team, now you're going to the bottom team in the conference. You may not be quite as mentally focused.
Good point. 3 minutes left to go. 2019, Brevard with the ball and the lead. They'll go to Connor Lamb and knocked away by Amir Bowman, hustling Bowman. Looks like Connor Lamb may have hurt, or Cannon Lamb may have hurt his wrist.
Yeah, his teammate ran off a back screen of his and jammed his thumb up.
Shot, one-handed shot, no good. Maryville Songster with the rebound, and Maryville comes up 3-point by Songster, good, and Maryville takes the lead. 22.
Shooter's got to shoot. If your gun's loaded, pull the trigger.
Yes, sir. Turner coming up.
That's Maryville's first lead, or lead in a long time.
Kingsbury,
Nice.
no good. Hoppa with the rebound. Songster pushing it to Hoppa, wide open for another three. Good.
Boom. The lid is officially off the goal.
25-20 with the 2-minute mark.
Nice run, 7-0 run here.
Ball in the hands of Levi Lamb. Then it goes to Wilson. Cannon Lamb gets it to Turner. Good denying that lane by J.R. Sanders. Yeah, that's kind of a very late whistle. It's kind of a no-touch foul there on Hoppa.
I was about to comment, we've been doing a good job of trying to pin them to the sideline of the floor instead of letting the middle penetrate.
Wilson, a 44% free throw shooter.
And he got the drive, good move. But we've done a really good job of pinning him to the side.
Thought we had pretty good defense there, and official right there to make the call.
I think Hoppa had his lower right forearm low, and there might have been a little contact, but it looked probably worse than it was.
Maryville leading 25-20 on a 7-0 run here. 1:20 left to go before halftime. Songster. In the corner, it's Brooks. Into Hoppa. Turn around. Shot no good.
Good cut.
Good defense, too.
It was, but I like that cut, a slip cut. He ended up open on the block.
Turner to Kingsbury. They'll go to Levi Lamb. And
yep. Hand check.
Joshua Brooks. 20 on the clock. 1:03 left to go before halftime, and knocked away by Maryville. Trying to get it to Levi Lamb. He's scores 17 points a game. He'll inbound the ball, and they're not substituting a whole lot. So,
Levi Lamb and Cannon Lamb have accounted for the majority of their points, vast majority, probably over 80%.
Levi Lamb 15, Cannon Lamb with the ball. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds, off Brevard. 45 seconds left.
Cannon Lamb has at least 2 assists for layups, and he hit 2 threes and a post-up move. And then Levi Lamb's got basically the rest.
Official timeout here. Not sure what the issue was.
Clock. I think there's a question about game clock versus shot clock.
It was about 13 or 14 seconds. Long-time shot clock operator Jack Roberts. J.R. Sanders for Maryville with the ball. 20 seconds on the shot clock, game clock.
There's a rhythm shot.
Three-pointer.
That's what I'm talking about. Another just in rhythm. And I just don't think they have anybody that can squeeze him without him blowing by.
Well, I mean, he's taken more shots in the last couple of minutes than he did the first 10 or 12. 28-20, Maryville up.
The hangover's over for Mr. Songster.
And Cannon Lamb gets it.
Our quick hands are really an activity on defense. It's giving them trouble. I've got them down for 10 turnovers in this half. So we've created problems for them.
Levi Lamb right here in front of us looks like he's he's gassed. Turner with about 3 seconds left to go to Lamb. Three-point shot, no good. So halftime, 28-20. We will try to get you some stats when they get to us. Right now, Rodney Nelson, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right.
Today's halftime segment sponsored by Cookout. Make plans to get the best barbecue, burgers, and shakes, and even more at the area Cookout, 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway, heading out to Lenore City. Cookout, great food at a great price.
Okay, this is Coach Rodney Nelson, the color commentator, guest color commentator. Statistically, some things that George and I talked about early on that were going to be very important for the game have held true.
Go ahead, Rod.
Yes. Brevard has 0 O boards. And
that's offensive boards.
Offensive boards, and they have 15 defensive boards. They also have 11 turnovers, which is what I had them for, and we only have 5.
How many assists?
Their assists are 4, and Cannon Lamb has 2 of them. And, no, I'm sorry, they have 6 assists, my mistake. And Cannon Lamb and Levi Lamb have 16 of their 20. They've accounted for everything, whether it's assists for a score or making field goals. Now, on the Maryville side of things, our assists, we're at 4. A little unusual. We have 5 turnovers to their 11. We have 8 steals. Our defensive quickness hands really bother. Eventually, that's going to go into points. And, you know, Calvin Songster, and George, you pointed this out, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, he took more shots than he had in the previous. Correct. 3 of 7 from the field, 2 big threes, and all of a sudden we're 4 of 12 from the three-point line. At one time, we were 4 of 19, so we ended up 5 of 12 down the stretch. Much improved. Free throw line, 6 of 9. They're 0 of 4. They're 4 of 8 from three-point. But overall, the trend line is good for Maryville if we come out with that same last 6-minute burst we had. Carry that over in the second half, get this thing to 16 points.
Yeah, it's almost like we were afraid to shoot. They were concentrating more on breaking the defense instead of playing their game. And I think once they kind of get that in their head, we can do this. And like I said, I mean, Songster's kind of the tip of the arrow. If he starts shooting, everyone will start shooting.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And I like him. Anything where he is getting some momentum towards the goal, either coming off a screen where he power hops into the shot or coming off the bounce where he's going forward. I think once he gets rolling, then that jab step 3 becomes a part of his game too.
He's done more of that jab stepping this year than he has in his career, and much more driving but the whole team. And I was talking to Randy about this last night, Coach Lambert. This team is driving more than I've seen a Randy Lambert team drive in a long, long time. That has a lot to do with the fact that they don't have any post players.
Well, they're having to spread the floor a little more. And let's give a shout out to Emmanuel Garcia. He came in and scorched 7 pretty quick points. That actually kept us in contact and kept the game close. So you got Songster with 8, you got Hoppe with 8, and you got Garcia with 7. That's 23 of our 28. I believe if we keep the pressure up on the defensive end, some of those 11 turnovers are going to turn into points. As you pointed out, Levi Lamb, their leading scorer, he looked a little gassed.
Yeah, he's right here in front of us. When he inbounded the ball, you could see his chest heaving.
And their problem is when they have to rotate either Lamb out, their scoring efficiency goes way down.
That's a great observation.
Yeah, so we're, trend line is good. We come out the first 6-8 minutes, see if we can get one of those 12-2, 14-2 runs and put this away.
Well, this here, it was 20-16, and it's 28-20.
Yeah.
So the last couple of minutes, and really started with Songster, or actually Garcia.
Yep.
But after that, things started to happen. And when you scored, good things happen. And like I said, you start to score and you get successful, your confidence goes up, then you start playing better defense. And as you know, Coach, offense starts with good defense.
Oh, yes. And defensively, we've been good the whole half. They've hit us on a couple of back doors, but from what I've been able to see, really the only player that I've seen on Brevard's team that makes that backdoor pass well is Cannon Lamb.
What a name.
Yes, Cannon.
Better for a baseball player.
Cannon and the Lamb, like he's mild, but he's got a nice game. He popped 2 threes, he posted up. And I guess if I were the Brevard coach, which I'd sometimes like to put myself in their shoes, I would float him down to the low post and do some little isolations out of their motion. The Princeton motion is your post is high, but also can dive in low and they did that once or twice with him, and he scored. And I believe I'd put him down there some more because he's got a nice frame, and
yeah, he's got a big body.
And they've got to figure out a way to get some points in the paint. Their free throw shooting 0 of 4. Well, you put 4 points on the board free throws, we've got, a 4-point lead. So they've left points on the floor, and when we weren't scoring field goals, we did hit enough free throws to keep that, 4-point deficit, 2-point deficit.
Well, talking about coaches, Coach Lambert and his staff, we're going to recognize all their seniors, 7 of them, 7 student athletes on Sunday, February 10th. Make plans to attend the pregame festivities. The tip-off is 3 o'clock, so before that, the game against LaGrange, come and honor our 7 senior student athletes.
Big night for seniors, and of course, if people don't know, and I imagine they do, Coach Kendall Wallace at LaGrange played here, had his own senior night. He's done a really nice job at LaGrange.
He really has.
And has been a bit of a thorn in our side in terms of the conference tournament.
Our Western Division.
So it'll be a highly emotional night for the seniors. The fact, I guarantee you they'll be ready because they feel like we owe LaGrange, because LaGrange I won't say put it to us, but controlled that game and had a big win over us at LaGrange.
And they've got a really good team. They're a lot like North Carolina Wesleyan, but I think they're a little faster. They're not quite as big as Wesleyan, but they're across the board. They're kind of large height-wise, and they're a little bit quicker.
So they got good length. I was talking to Randy about that. He said, they're just long. He said they're all long. So that makes the court feel like it's compacted with good defensive length.
Well, right now it's 28-20, just about a minute before we have to get back to the action. And good 5 minutes or 10 minutes there for Maryville with us. And they started to play a little better defense too. Yeah. And you talk about that Princeton back door. That's an old offense. Been around for 60 years. It's
been around a while. Georgetown, of course, the coach at Princeton made it famous, but his disciple was John Thompson III when he went to Georgetown, and it's very effective. I've seen different versions. Johnson University runs the Princeton style, but very up-tempo. I mean, they're scoring in the 80s. Whereas you kind of think of the Princeton offense as in the 50s. So it's a flexible offense that can be used in a lot of different ways. Brevard tends to use it more to keep point totals down lower. They make 5, 6, 7 passes in an offensive possession.
Well, we're about ready to go here. The possession arrow points to the white-shirted Brevard Tornadoes. They'll have the ball sideline out, and we're ready to go. Maryville up 28-20 here at home at historic Boydson H. Baird Gymnasium. Here we go, second half action. Turner with the ball. And they're way out high.
Yes.
It's to draw us out and leave that back door open. Turner with the little turnaround shot. Nick Clifton with the rebound. And the ball knocked away or lost by Songster. Maryville with a turnover.
Yeah, they isolated a guard that time in the post, which I think is a good move. They've got to do something to score in the paint.
A little travel there.
Yes, he did.
Outside into the corner to Kingsbury. Kingsbury down at the baseline with a pass to Hopper. Back out to Kingsbury. 3-point, no good. Songster with the rebound. 1 minute gone here in the second half. Maryville up 28-20. Maryville setting up a play. Hopper down low left side.
Nice entry.
Yeah,
great entry.
Bowman with the basket, I believe.
It was. Caleb Estes with the assist. 10-point lead, George.
14 straight points by Maryville, 14-0 run actually. And the kick out way outside. Around they go. And that's been back in the, standing in the paint for about 10 seconds. 30-20, Maryville leads. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's what I was going to say.
Kick ball goes to 15 or
20.
Yeah. Kick.
Brevard getting ready to inbound the ball. Getting to Bergen. Yeah, Nick Clifton, just some good defense there. Kingsbury gets the ball out to Hopper off the backboard and good. Damari Hopper, sophomore, 6 feet tall from Gastonia, North Carolina. 18 minutes left to go in the game. Maryville with an 8-point lead. And Hopper right in there with the little layup, no good. Rebound, it's Levi Lamb.
Nice backdoor cut by Hoppa and a good feed by Amari, but didn't complete the play.
3-point shot, good. I didn't think that was going to go in. Damari Hopper, now it's a 5-0 run.
He's beginning to feel it.
Yeah. Maryville down low.
Yes,
Turn around, shot.
Nice rebound.
And a fall away jump shot, no good. And Hopper with the rebound, but he's fouled from behind.
Got to gather yourself in that situation and power up to the basket. It's good aggressive rebounding by the Scots.
Cavell Kingsbury with the foul, non-shooting foul. 5-point lead for Maryville. No, it.
Foul goes.
The ball hit. Yeah, the ball hit the rim.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yes, we want it to go through the rim, though, don't we?
Yes, we do. Estes will inbound the ball. Goes to Hoppa. That was close. Estes on the wing. Going to penetrate to the foul line. Amir Bowman. Going to go right to the basket. No good, and there'll be a foul on number 22, Bergen. That's his third.
You remember the call earlier in the first half where Hoppa got called, you said didn't look like much?
Yeah.
There's another one right there.
17 minutes left to go, and you're right.
Mr. Bowman looked like he got mugged. He splayed out, and I just didn't see. However, that's very good.
79% free throw shooter misses it. Coach Burgess over there telling the referees you've only called 4 fouls in the whole game, and they all been on us. Shot good. 31-25 at the 17-minute mark. Maryville in the lead.
Brevard's hanging tough, George.
Chris Watson, and then they'll go to Lamb. No, yeah, it's Lamb. Ball knocked away, late whistle.
Well, that was a good call. I mean,
well, if you ask Dante Hoppa, he'll disagree with you.
I know he will, but so would I if I were Dante Hoppa.
20 on the shot clock, 16:46 left to go in the game. Good ball movement. And taken away by Amir Bowman. And a dunk by the freshman, Nick Clifton.
Assists, Bowman, super.
Yes. Coach Lambert dancing again, 33-25. That'll get everybody excited.
Well, we talked about the first 6 minutes, George, and we haven't exactly come out of the gates. Maybe that'll get it going.
Bergen getting the ball to Lamb with a shot, no good. Clifton with the rebound, people on the floor. Looks like a battle. Maryville comes up the other way. All outside. Little handoff. Songster for three. Good.
Off the bounce, towards the basket.
33-25. Maryville leading the 15-30 mark. 36-25, excuse me, 36-27. 15.5 minutes left to go. Estes takes a three-point shot. He'll put it in.
Beautiful.
39-27, 15-12 left to go in the game, and that's got to be demoralizing if you're a Brevard Tornado.
Yeah, he was in good defensive position. Caleb just rose up and stuck it.
Hopper with the ball. Over to Turner. Turner at the top of the key, takes a three-point shot. No good. Rebound comes to Hoppa of Maryville.
Brevard had no one inside the three-point line to rebound, thus continuing their 0-0 boards. Nice spin. They're going to call a walk, though.
That's a pretty good shot right there. Going to get a media timeout right now with Maryville leading 39-27. Rodney Nelson with me here. Thank you, Rodney. And want to talk about Coach Lambert and his staff recognizing the senior class. That'll be 7 senior student athletes on Sunday, February 10th. Make plans to attend pregame festivities before the 3 o'clock tip-off, with LaGrange.
You know, in George, those seniors are Emmanuel Garcia, Dontarius Bray, Caleb Estes, Chris Watson, Dante Hoppa, Calvin Songster,
and also Colton Oates.
And Muir Bowman and the injured Colton Noakes. I mean, that's a strong senior class and has really brought the Scots back to conference prominence with winning the tournament last year and right in the mix in a strong year. This is a tough conference this year, without a doubt.
And it talks about, when you look at 7 seniors on a basketball team, it talks to you about the coaching and the quality of the program. It's probably one of the largest senior class Randy's had in a good group of players, but when you have 7 of your 15 guys seniors, you've been doing something right. Those are guys that stay here. My point is, have stayed here 4 years.
Yeah, it adds to team culture when you got guys with experience. The next group of freshmen kind of learn from them.
Colton Oakes, the senior, will be back next year, though.
So he's that's good, because I know he got hurt. Yeah, excellent.
There's Connor.
Cannon Lamb with his third three, man. I'm telling you, you got to make him put it on the floor.
Got to guard him. 39-30 with 14-13 left to go in the game. Down at the baseline, it's Estes. He'll dribble back on up the arc. And a little two-pointer from the elbow.
Estes with the mismatch. His quickness versus Lamb's size, and quickness won out.
He's feeling pretty good about that one. Wilson. There's Lamb. Going to go to the line. And
boom. Foul on the floor.
Basket.
Yeah.
Shot no good. Foul going to be on Maryville's Griswood.
Little straight up Mr. Griswood was on his closeout. That cost him off the bounce, but he fouled him early, so that's good. They've got to earn this.
20 on the shot clock. Come out high to Wilson and then back to Cannon Lamb. And good move by Cannon Lamb.
It's like I said at half. He needs to get down low more. He's a strong player.
Maryville with the ball. Estes.
Good feed.
Good feed.
That beautiful pass to the low side.
Pass by Trevor Gaines-Perry. Good assist. 43-32, 13:05 left to go in the game. There's Cannon Lamb. He'll get it outside to Turner. And inside to Cannon Lamb. That's a stuff by Gaines Perry. Griswood bringing it up to court. He's going to go all the way and has the ball slapped away by Levi Lamb. Good transition.
Not many good things happen when you dribble behind the backboard and then try to come back around and shoot. I think, you know, Lamb just needs to keep turning to the middle. A couple of power dribbles. He's got the reverse either direction.
Griswood going to the line, a sophomore from Anniston, Alabama. And he puts it in. He is now in his career here playing. He is 7 for 8 from his free throw.
That's a very good percentage. He's got a nice look, and I'm sure he's going to be a player that will be counted on next year as well.
Round the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Levi Lamb. His granddad comes to every game from Anniston, Alabama.
Wow.
That's Park Pankey in there, and that's Wilson. Gets it to Lamb. Lamb goes that back door, and you could see
nice
he was waiting
defense.
on that.
Yeah, we did a good job. Unfortunately, we didn't come up with a turnover, but that was nice.
Good hustle by both teams, and Brevard comes away with it down 42-32. It's 4 of them. 44-35. He's keeping Brevard in the game.
Yes.
Maryville with his own 3-point shot, no good. In the corner, Griswood going to go up, passes the ball inside, and we get a possession, and it's a held ball, Maryville.
Georgia got blocked out. What happened to Gaines Perry on that? Did he fumble it?
Did not see it.
We both got blocked out because it was a nice drive, a good dish to start with, then we got blocked out. I didn't see if he fumbled it. I was getting ready to say lay in, but you know,
we get the worst position. The guys who are calling the game, we get the worst position on the press table. You know that.
In the long ago days in this gym, there was a press box up against the wall, and so you could see everything.
Well, that's when I first started calling games here. Kelly Castile-Cook was the coach here.
Yeah. Of course, you were further away then, too, and a little harder to help officiate, wasn't it?
Well, back then, I could see. It's 20 years.
I tell you, one thing that Brevard does, they really have scouted our motion, and they're doing a great job of what I call east to west cutting, which is why Coach Lambert, you know, you go set a screen, you need to slip, and sometimes you need to slip back towards the basketball. If you just slip away from where the passer is, they're in a good position to take that away. So you need to slip back towards the basketball some.
Yeah, our stats are not holding up. It shows that Cannon Lamb has 2 3-pointers. I wish that was true, but
Only
he has 4.
2. He has 4. Yeah, we would be up 44-29 if that were true.
11:50 left to go. Maryville with the ball. Shot no good, tipped away, and it's Levi Lamb with the rebound. He'll bring it up the court. Coming out to Hopper, to Cannon Lamb. Off the pick.
Yeah, that'll be a block.
It's going to be on J.R. Sanders.
The foul is on Maryville, number 5. J.R. Sanders is first.
20 on the shot clock, 11:26 on the game clock. Maryville up 44-35.
That's the way to help down. Great job by Griswood.
Outside to tipped away, and then white ball.
I think they called it off Brevard.
Yeah, okay. 35-44, Maryville leading with
great help down
11-10.
by Griswood on that last possession of Brevard's.
Brooks to Garcia, and the ball gets knocked around.
When you leave your feet, you're going to either have to pass it or shoot it.
I'd rather be shooting if I was leaving my feet.
And sometimes as you leave your feet to pass, the cutter's moving away from you. So
Pankey with the ball gets it to Levi Lamb. Out high to Wilson.
it's a block.
Ooh. Cannon Lamb. Pankey. Outside to Levi Lamb. Good move. And nice little shot there.
Oh, offensive board by Brevard.
Off the backboard, no good. And it's Emir Bowman of Maryville with the ball.
Good middle feed.
Good save by Levi Lamb.
I think we've kept Lamb scoreless this half.
Which one?
15.
Levi.
The cannon has shelled us for some points.
Levi Lamb getting the ball to Hopper, and we get a foul. Griswold with the call. Maryville sends in Hopper and Nick Clifton. 10:08 left to go in the game. Maryville up 44-35.
George, we need a scoring burst to kind of deflate Brevard.
Wilson with the ball. It all starts with defense. Bergen, there's Levi with a shot, no good. And it's saved, and that's going to go back court.
You know,
good hustle, though.
Looked like a little bit of a, I need to shoot one time there by Levi. He's a little frustrated because he hadn't gotten any good looks. He had a nice little move before that, but that was tough. Maryville's defense has been very, very consistent.
Maryville Sanders with the ball. Kicks it into the corner to Songster. Songster with some good dribble to Hopper, all the way around to Clifton, inside to...
Yes, beautiful.
Emir Bowman with a shot.
Assist by Clifton. A great lead pass right into the shot. We're up 11, George.
46-35. Short. Maryville with the rebound. Maryville's got numbers. And it's J.R. Sanders with the left-handed layup.
You see, 25, I'm not sure that's the offensive shot they wanted. It ended up being like a turnover for us. Quick three off the front, we're running.
Outside, three-point shot, and that was way up in the air. And they'll call a foul. Coach Lambert still as intense as he was 39 years ago.
Well, he understands this game, although it's 13 and we're under 9 minutes. We have struggled scoring. They've done a great job defensively, really making us work extra hard. And he understands that every little shot we give up means more work for us on this end. And if we can keep this at 13, push it to 15, they're going to have to chase more. And, you know, the defensive rebounding is the key. They've got 4 offensive boards here in the first 11 minutes of this half. They had 0 in the first half.
48-35, Maryville leading Levi Lamb, closing the gap with that shot. 48-36, Maryville up with 8:45 left to go in the game. Levi Lamb on course to have 34 minutes of game time, which is a lot.
Yes, it is.
Nick Clifton, the freshman, to Bowman, back out to Clifton. Back to Bowman. And we'll get a foul on Jacob Bergen. That's his 4th.
I really like the way Clifton feeds his post teammate. He reaches around, throws to the offhand away from the defense, puts the post player in a great position to make a move to the basket. Good deal.
Songster inbounds the ball. To Songster.
Nice.
3-point shot.
Oh,
just rimmed it out. Rebound comes down to Levi Lamb. 8:13 left to go in the game. Maryville up 48-36. Wilson looking to pass the ball. Gets it high out to Bergen. Turner. Now Levi Lamb cross to Pankey. Pankey with the fullback move, and we get a foul.
That's a foul on 10,
Yeah.
a little bad reach because Clifton had that one blocked all the way. George, I was going to make one comment about our defense. We've taken away that backdoor cut. Coach Lambert was talking about get low hands. When we're guarding their post penetrator, instead of high hands, get low hands. And we've really taken that away, as well as our defense on the cutter. He's ripping through and getting a low hand to deflect. So we've done a much better job on that.
Well said. Coach Lambert and his staff again are going to recognize our student athletes on Sunday, all 7 of them, February 10th, 3 o'clock, the tip-off game against LaGrange, and we'll do that before the game even starts.
What a weekend.
Yeah.
On the 9th, Coach Lambert's legacy, pregame, game, and postgame activities. Then on the 10th, senior night. What a way to end up the regular season.
A lot of people say that the night of the 9th during Coach Lambert's celebration, his 39th season, 713 wins right now, going to be like a football homecoming.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Great turnout. I was there for the first one. I was his first assistant. And I'm probably,
Now, how many years ago was that? 39.
Yes, I'm probably the last living person that was on the committee that hired him. And but had a good time. Well, not hindering that start. I hope I helped.
Pankey puts one in, making it 48 for Maryville, 37 for Brevard.
First big road win we had was at on the road in Memphis. And Coach Lambert and I and his daddy.
Against the old Southwestern, which is
Yes.
Rhodes.
We had a little celebratory dinner.
I'm sure. Yes, Sonny was great for celebratory dinners. 48-38. He was a good man.
Yes.
Talking about Coach Lambert's daddy, good friend of mine. Songster, a little side feed. And in the
Nice.
corner, and we'll get a 3-shot foul as going to the mat was Caleb Estes' foul on Bergen, his 5th.
Number 22, Jacob Bergman, is his 5th. 5 on the team.
Into the Cannon Lamb in.
Well, what that does when you take out Bergen, there's your depth, and that you don't have anybody behind him. So that's going to put Cannon Lamb in there. I'm sure he wants to play every minute of the game. 7:30 left. Maryville makes that shot, but you're going to get tired.
You notice this ebb and flow. We get up 13, 12-13. They cut it back to 9-10, and here we are up again on a 3. Assuming we make it, we're going to end up 13 points up. A few defensive stops, a couple of big shots down here, and I think we can bust this out to 20, but we're going to have to.
He missed that one. Tipped away.
We
Cannon Lamb.
We got to keep our defensive intensity and rebounding on this end.
Pankey coming up to Levi Lamb. See how high they make those passes, trying to draw you out, open up that back door. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Emir Bowman, 50-38 at the 7:10 mark. Songster in and out under the basket. And there's nice feed, nice recognition.
Oh, yeah. Estes and Songster. Songster came out of the dressing room on that
Pretty
one.
much. He was up against the wall and came back in. 6:50 left, Maryville up 14. Cannon Lamb with the ball. Get it to Levi Lamb.
Wow.
And back to Cannon Lamb. To Pankey. Pankey's going to shoot the 3. And Songster with the rebound. 52-38, the 6:30 mark. Estes, now Brooks with the ball. And that ball's blocked.
By Levi Lamb.
Turner coming up. Turner with the little
Nice job. Wedged,
drive to the basket.
he wedged Songster out.
5:56 left to go. Maryville up 12, 52-40. Maryville waiting for that knockout punch, but this is a tough Brevard team into the paint. And we'll get a whistle.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, defensively, you know, Brevard's really runs a good switching man. And we do get some mismatches inside, but they're very good at taking away some things. We've really had to work hard to get good quality shots.
Emir Bowman going to the line. And Hoppe will come in and Songster out. The team seems to go better when Songster takes control and starts dribbling and penetrating. That seems to get the team moving a little bit.
Well, he is a very multi-dimensional offensive player, not just a three-point shooter.
Around the rim, 52-40 at the 5:40 mark, Maryville leading, and up comes the Tornado. Hopper to Lamb. It's Kingsbury, has the ball blocked by Nick Clifton. Nice block.
I've been real impressed with Clifton on the defensive end and passing into the post. He's doing a really good job.
Levi Lamb knocked away by Emir Bowman. What a move to go around him.
Beautiful.
Brooks in the corner, and they'll go around all the way to the other side to Emir Bowman.
Can't stop your cut, George. You can't stop your cut. With all that switching, that pass, you know, you either got to commit to curl early or don't stop your cut. Now, personally, I'd like to see us curl against that switch. See if we can curl it, maybe have a back cut.
5:05 left to go, 52-40, Maryville up over Brevard. Levi Lamb, he'll get it to the baseline. And nice move by Hopper, and we get a timeout with 4:54 left to go. And folks, don't forget, for over 25 years, the Coaches versus Cancer program, in collaboration with the National Association of Basketball Coaches, has united coaches and fans nationwide to help the American Cancer Society defeat our common enemy, which is cancer. With your passion and dedicated support, the impact has been felt in communities nationwide. Through fundraising, education initiatives, the Coaches versus Cancer program has supported the American Cancer Society in improving and saving lives from cancer in the U.S. and worldwide. The fight isn't over, though. We need you on our team. Please support Coaches versus Cancer and the American Cancer Society by making a donation. You can do it here today at the door, or go to the American Cancer Society website and make a donation online. 52-42, 5:54 left. Maryville with the ball. Go, Rod.
Their guards, they've decided their guards can post us up. We're going to have to dead front their guards in the post.
Meaning
means get completely between them and the basketball. Because number 2, that's his game. You've seen him. They've got to score inside some. Because consistently, they're not going to make threes.
Maryville will bring the ball up the court via Caleb Estes. It's Hoppe now, and they'll go left side to Brooks, and they'll go back the other way.
There's that slip back to the ball, but we needed to be out in the corner. We need to have the court spread on that a little more.
Estes with 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up with the three-pointer, no good. Tipped
That's
away.
George, here we are at this point again. We had it up 13-14. Now it's back to 10. They're going to shoot 1-on-1. Very important possession for Brevard with 4:24 to go. Plenty of time.
Going to the line to shoot 2 will be Kingsbury. Kingsbury, a 54% free throw shooter. Before today, he was 13-24. Cavell Kingsbury from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And that one around the rim, no good.
We've been very fortunate. They're a low percentage free throw team.
Manny Garcia, and then back to Estes.
Nice.
And
Wait, a good job. Garcia back cut the screen, and they lost the switch.
did
Nice
you see
speed.
Garcia, though, telling
Yeah, they made great eye contact. That was just a smart senior play.
Yeah, yep.
Senior to senior.
Cannon Lamb, and there's that what you were calling up for. And we get a late whistle.
This is tough. He's a good shooter going to the line to try to make this a 10-point game.
Foul on Bowman.
Amir kind of got pinned and reached around from the low side in front of the officials, which
we got a full timeout here by the media. And Rodney, I want to, before this game gets going here, I want to thank you for coming in and doing a great job. And, I know you've got a lot going on with family and you do high school stuff, so I really appreciate it. But it's always good to come back to your alma mater here.
Well, I hope you'll invite me back for another one if my schedule allows. It'd be good. It was fun. It's fun.
I have a problem with that because my daughter, who was in your economics class, just kidding.
Yeah.
Jamie said, Rodney, Coach Nelson's going to be with you? Tell him I said hi.
Well, tell her hi. I do remember she was a very fine student. And I hope my economics class did not hold her back in life.
She became a banker and for many years, and then went into teaching and doing quite well. Teaches science and math.
Well, that's great. You know, in the teaching profession, it's really nice to have teachers that come from the private sector and enter teaching. They bring a different perspective and a good perspective for students to have. How many grandchildren?
4.
4.
Jamie's got 2. My youngest daughter, who was your student, and my older daughter, Christy, has 2 also. Luckily, all of them live within 3 miles. So.
Wow, so you are busy.
Going to the line is Cannon Lamb with 3:46 left to go, 54-42. Maryville. Cannon Lamb is a 60% free throw shooter. And he'll put that in. Perfect.
He's had a good game.
Got him with 17 points right now. And he'll miss that one. And Nick Clifton with the rebound for Maryville. Got him with 8 rebounds.
He's had an all-around good game. Just
J.R. Sanders.
There's a nice back cut by Songster.
And it's Nick Clifton to the basket. He'll pass it outside. Back into Amir Bowman. Amir Bowman, the ball gets knocked away. And it's Bowman with the hustle, but picked up by Brevard. .313 left to go. Maryville up by 11. They'll kick it outside and a huge collision. And a good job by Maryville there on the defense. And it's Hop on the breakaway for the layup with 3 minutes left to go.
You had contact in the circle down there in a non-legal position. Should have been a block. That's what their coach is arguing about. And now we're going to get a light touch on the side. You know,
probably on J.R. Sanders.
The charge circle means if you're the secondary defender and you're not in a legal guarding position and contact happens, for the most part, it's supposed to be an automatic block. Supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
And, you know, of course, the level of contact can play a role too, but that was their coach had that argument. And
Damari Hopper with the dead ball hit the back of the rim, and what I meant was once it hit the back, it did.
You don't see many that almost stick.
Yeah,
so.
That almost did.
It almost did.
And I was not making fun of the shooter.
No. He knocked down a 3 earlier, and he hasn't taken one since, but he's really posted us up a couple of times.
He's done a good job in the paint. 2:40 left to go. Maryville up 56-44. Nick Clifton with the ball. The senior Hoppa now. J.R. Sanders. Back to Songster, the sharpshooter from Science Hill High School. Did not see what happened.
Apparently they deflected on the baseline.
Estes in and J.R. Sanders out. Side baseline, it's going to be Hoppa inbounding the ball. They'll get it to Clifton and then back to Hoppe. Clifton pulls up, 15-footer, and that's going to hit the guide wire.
2:15 with 12-point lead, I feel pretty good because basically you break this down into there are 5 30-second possessions left. It'd be very difficult for them to get 12 points out of that.
And
nice
Bowman
block.
with some good defense, yeah. Coach Lambert signaling to slow it down. Estes going to come up with 1:55 left to go in the game. 56-44 Maryville against. And what a hustle this late in the game by Levi Lamb. And, you know, he's played this whole second half.
Yeah.
And he's diving for the ball. I'll take
Well, they got
a lot of those guys.
yeah. Levi's a really nice player. He's on the leaner side, so you got to know that physical game's going to wear on him even more.
6'4", 160.
And, you know, I think he's hit one free throw. I can't remember him getting a field goal this half. And I think something you mentioned earlier about people, he was gassed at the end of the first half. And, of course, I believe we probably gotten after him a little bit more. But bottom line is we've worn their main scores down.
He's got 1 point this half. He had 7 in the first half.
Yeah.
Or 7 in the first half.
Yeah. So we're in good shape with 1 minute and 46 seconds up 12 in the ball.
The interesting part of college basketball, when you see as many teams as we do through the years, you see some really good players, and you know, you wonder what their career would be like if they'd made another choice to go somewhere else. But a lot of times this is the only choice that you get. This is Division III. There's no athletic scholarships. You got to be a good student to play in this league. And sometimes kids would rather do that, concentrate on their education, go to a school that gives a good teacher to student ratio, like 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever.
Absolutely. And that is the neat, there you go, in rhythm, a little off. But that is a great aspect of Division III basketball. It's the opportunity to continue playing, develop teammates and lifelong friends, and get a good education.
It's Hoppe, and now the three-point shot.
Levi with the rebound.
Taken away by Songster. Songster holding it up.
Yeah.
1:15 left to go. Good sportsmanship. Because there was a dunk in somebody's mind right there.
Coach Lambert's looking at the score and controlling the clock. And that's what you do, you know.
Hoppe back to Sanders. Excuse me.
There you go. No foul. Don't stop the clock.
Yeah, we had an incident yesterday where they stopped the clock. And I know Coach Lambert, after the game, talking to him on the side, decided that that wasn't a good play.
Right. Well, you know, you play this game just like you'd be playing Wesleyan or LaGrange in a 2 or 3 point game with a minute to go. You want to try to play the same regardless of distance of score, because you can develop bad habits. Okay, if you let them pull a 3 with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go, up 12 in that transition situation, then that may happen against a game where you got a 1-possession lead.
From the elbow, in and out shot. 8 seconds left to go in the game, 56-46. And it's Levi. And the block by Maryville, Emir Bowman. And the rebound and shot put back no good. 10-point victory for Maryville, 56-46. Maryville takes their record and goes to 7-2 in the conference, and overall Maryville with a 13-5 record. So Brevard with a tough loss, and played Maryville very, very tough today.
Yeah, Brevard goes to 2-10 in the conference and 5-14 they're just short some people.
No depth, yeah.
Yeah, they really don't have a consistent three-point game. And to play that style of play, you have to have some knockdown shooters. They've got some nice elements. You know, I like both Lambs in particular. The Hopper #2 is a strong physical guard, and you got the big body Bergen. They just got to find some other elements that can stretch a team so that the backdoor offense becomes more effective.
Well, if you look, they've played 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. Yeah. Maryville's played 11.
Yeah.
And, you know, you look at that and you go, well, you know, that's 10 minutes that somebody doesn't have to play. And when you get tired, your shooting is effective, your defense is affected, and it makes it difficult. So Brevard, second year in this conference, I'm sure they'll get a little bit stronger. 56-46, Coach Nelson and I are going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Final score, Maryville 56, Brevard 46. And next week, a couple of home games, both at 2 p.m. That's February 2nd and February 3rd. Maryville will play on both days at 2 o'clock. The men, it's Pfeiffer and William P. Saturday and Pfeiffer on Sunday, both at 2 o'clock. Leading all scorers was Cannon Lamb with 19 points. He had 19 points, 8 rebounds. Levi Lamb, 9 points, 7 rebounds. 8 points for Damari Hopper, and he got most of those in the second half. 4 points for Gaddafi Turner. 2, 2, and 2 for Kingsbury, Wilson, and Pankey. Jacob Bergen, before fouling out, gets 5. Noah Lay gets 1. For the home team, the Maryville Scots, Songster leads all scorers for the Scots, 13 points, 4 rebounds. None of those free throws, by the way. He had 3 3-pointers. Hoppa with 10 points, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and he had a pretty decent game. Emmanuel Garcia came in and gave some good minutes, had a couple of free throws, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 9 points. Caleb Estes, 8 points for him. Amir Bowman, 5.7 rebounds. And Nick Clifton, for the 5th game in a row, gets over 10 rebounds. He had 10 rebounds, 4 points. 3 points for Jordan Griswood. 2 points each for J.R. Sanders and Trevor Gaines Perry. Maryville goes on to win today over Brevard, 56-46. Maryville shoots 20 of 56, which is 35.7%. Brevard shoots 7 of 45 for 37.8. Maryville 6 of 20 from the three-point line, or 30%. And Brevard 7 of 24, 35. Free throws, 10 of 18. Here comes Coach Lambert, and we'll set him down. He's going to sit down right here. Come on in, Coach Lambert.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Let me turn your microphone on, Coach Lambert.
Yeah, did you have the microphone off while Rodney was sitting here?
The whole time.
I bet Julie would love to have one of these.
Coach Lambert, another victory. I know we talked last night a little bit, and your point was we hope we can, after playing an emotional game and knocking off the #1 team in the conference, you come and play a team that played you very tough.
Yeah, they did. You got to give them credit. You know, they're on a 2-game swing just like we're on a 2-game swing. And I don't know, George, you ever experienced a hangover?
Never.
I didn't think so. But that's, you know, that's sort of what this game was like. It was sort of like we were hung over from a big night last night. And you know, I talked to him about it today. I talked to him about humility and what it takes to make sure that you're involved. And I said, you know, shots were falling last night, so it don't think that they're just automatically going to fall for you today. You know, you got to get your mind ready, because if you're not into it, it affects shooting as much as anything else.
Talk a little bit about their defense and some of the issues that your team had with it.
Well, you know, their defense, they're a tough team for us to get ready to play, because they do two things offensively and defensively that you really need time to work on. Well, we didn't have any time, because we had to just walk through this morning and then be ready for them this evening. So, you know, defensively they switch everything. And so what it does is it makes you have to think and read. And when you're a little wore out, I think thinking and reading are things that don't come real easy. And then the other thing is offensively, they spread the floor and they back cut you a lot, which in our pressure, that's something that we hope that we're able to do.
In the second half, you did a much better job than the first half.
Right. I just felt like that, you know, George, this was a good game to win. I was worried about it. A lot of teams may have lost this game today, and to think that right now we're 13-6, you know, where we were and how far we've gone, I'm very pleased with this team. And you know, we got 4 more at home to this coming weekend, to the following weekend, and you know, who knows? Maybe we can win those things and be right where we were last year going into our last 2 games.
Coach, for the 5th game in a row, Nick Clifton gets double-digit rebounds.
It's awesome.
How important has that been?
It's been extremely important, and makes coaches look pretty good. I won't take all the credit for that. You know, my coaches, and we talked about it, and we just felt like Nick deserved an opportunity, and he has earned. You know, he's earned his time. So I'm very pleased with him. You know, really pleased with all of them. You know, I think we were sort of bumped up and bruised a little bit today, and that probably affected some of our veterans.
You've got 7 seniors, probably one of the largest senior classes you have. And from a coaching perspective, issues with dealing with 7 players who think they know.
You hit that on the head.
Know the game better than you.
They think they know it all. Yeah, that's always a problem. It doesn't matter if you're a senior or a freshman, sophomore, junior. You know, sometimes you'll second guess the coaches, and you know, as I tell them, I am in no way always right, but you know, it requires leadership, and it requires strong leadership to make sure that everybody is on the same page. And you can't variate from that pattern. And if you do, then, you know, that's why I love about basketball. It's a team game. It's not an individual game. And, you know, it's not all about just trying to score points. You got to work on both ends of the floor. And it requires a lot of focus and a lot of, we've been using the word engagement and intent a lot here in the last couple of weeks. You have to run your offense with an intent to score. You just don't run it to go through the motions. You have to defend with an intent to stop. And there's a difference in just playing defense and then playing with an idea that you're going to stop the ball.
Coach, one last question. There's been a lot of controversy about your dancing on the court. Can you talk a little bit about that yesterday? And today you didn't show us your moves.
Well, I pulled something last night. And, I was a little injured myself today, I think, in one of those pirouettes that I learned back in my ballet days. I was always the spotter, by the way. But
rightly so.
Yes, but didn't have a whole lot to dance about today. I wish I'd had a little more to dance about.
Coach, 714. You did the Babe Ruth on him. 56-46, 714 wins in your career. Congratulations.
Thank you, George. Appreciate you.
Okay, buddy. We'll be back next weekend, Saturday, February 2nd, 2 p.m. game against, I want to say, Pfeiffer. And Sunday, 2 p.m. against William Peace, or vice versa. Thank you, everybody, for listening. George DeBobby saying peace out.